Hi everybody, this is Dino Chris from Prehistoric Facts, and this is a Q&A episode, so let's actually get started, shall we? So, first question here from Nicholas on YouTube, and is asking, how large is the Splendosaurus compared to Tarbosaurus and Zooxantheranus in height, length, and body mass and weight? Well, this is a really good one. And so, the Splendosaurus, a North American Tyrannosaur, this dinosaur can actually get between 25 and 30 feet in length. Its height would be pretty close to 10 feet tall. And its mass would be, I want to say, 4 tons, so 8,000 pounds. And so that's actually not too bad for a Tyrannosaur. Compared to Tarbosaurus and Zooxantheranus, it's smaller. It's smaller than those types of Tyrannosaurs. Zooxantheranus can be 30 to 35 feet and probably have at least like, say, 11 12 feet tall, and its mass would be like at, say, 5 or 6 tons, whereas Tarbosaurus would be 35 to 40 feet long and would be 12 feet would be around 11 feet tall, and it would have a mass of 5 to 6 tons as well. And so yeah, the Splendosaurus is smaller than Zooxantheranus and Tarbosaurus. So that's what you're going to get out of the Splendosaurus right there. But I might do like a Tyrannosaur type of video as an extra episode at some point, like talk about like how Tyrannosaurs are categorized in terms of like the family tree, so to speak, like a revisioning of the Tyrannosaur evolution video that I did a long time ago. I might actually do that probably sometime next year. That'll probably be the best option for me to do that extra episode. All right, Lukezilla, you got some questions for me. Is Tylosaurus now really larger than Mosasaurus? Not necessarily. Maybe I probably would say that, because see, Tylosaurus would be around 40 to 45 feet, whereas Mosasaurus itself would be 50 feet. And so Mosasaurus is still larger than Tylosaurus. There are some specimens of Tylosaurus out there that have much larger skulls than Mosasaurus, but I probably would say is that there's still not enough evidence to support that it is longer or larger than Mosasaurus. But Tylosaurus is definitely one of the larger mosasaurs out there, but it's not the largest. I can tell you that. And your next one, who would win, bull sperm whale or Leviathan? Well, bull sperm whales, those I believe can get to 50 feet. And then you actually have Leviathan can get over 50 feet, probably like 55 feet. And so, yeah, I agree with you on your opinion on this one, is that I think Leviathan is going to take this one, because Leviathan is just so much bigger and has a much bigger teeth, and also it's more well designed to take on other whales of different species, because that's what I think of that creature. Then your next one, what is your opinion on the Pokemon Anorith? I think it's cool that Anomalocaris is getting more attention in other type of media. I have looked at this Pokemon character. Because that Anorith, it does look like Anomalocaris when you actually look at it. Anomalocaris is an amazing invertebrate from the Cambrian. It's such a cool looking creature. You know, it's got like those like kind of like scaly, kind of like palette like things on the side. It's got like these like appendages that are coming down from the head region going downward. It's got like those like little kind of spiky like things in those appendages, and it's got those like like those like insect eyes, those like multiple lenses for eyes. That's such a cool creature. And yeah, I agree with you. It does look a lot like Anomalocaris. I do agree with you on that. That is a very good observation there, Luke. And then your other one, who would win, Cretoxyrhina or Lioplorodon? And you actually posted this one when Shark Week was going on, and so I understand that. So Cretoxyrhina is a prehistoric shark that can get 20 to 25 feet long and fully grown, and it was from the Cretaceous period, from 90 to 70 million years ago. And then you have Lioplorodon, which is a pliosaur that could get to 20 to 23 feet, and it's found in the Jurassic period in Europe and some parts of like South America and those types of places. I would have to go with Cretoxyrhina on this one because Cretoxyrhina is much bigger, and also it's got the better jaw power, and also it's a fish. It breathes underwater, whereas Lioplorodon, you're looking at it as like it might get in a bite on like the tail or the pectoral fins of Cretoxyrhina, but then all of a sudden Cretoxyrhina is going to turn around and bite Lioplorodon with ease because sharks, they can move in ways that not a lot of people can actually imagine. I mean, it's just crazy of how flexible they are. I would have to go Cretoxyrhina on this one because of the fact that it's a really big shark, and I think that shark is gonna make Lioplorodon into mincemeat. I know some of you might actually choose Lioplorodon as well, but I'm only counting the actual Lioplorodon that is in the fossil record, not in Walking with Dinosaurs. If it was the Walking with Dinosaurs version, the Walking with Dinosaurs version would actually beat Cretoxyrhina hands down. All right, Alex, what is your opinion on theropod dinosaurs having scales covering the teeth when their mouths were closed? Do you think that most of the theropod dinosaurs had scales covering the teeth when their mouths were closed, like lizards? Or do you think that the teeth were more exposed when their mouths were closed, like crocodiles? This is a good question. And so what he's talking about here is did theropod dinosaurs have lips? And so the lip theory that is highly debated in paleontology right now, in terms of theropod dinosaurs, it is a big issue. Like there are some paleontologists that say yes, theropod dinosaurs did have lips because they need to cover their teeth, because otherwise the moisture on them is gonna dry out. Otherwise, if their teeth were exposed, then their teeth are gonna dry out, and they're not gonna be as durable as they were. And there's other paleontologists that say no, they did not have lips. They would have had certain types of features that would be very similar to crocodilians, and birds don't have lips. And crocodiles don't have lips, and you're actually looking at in those two animals, birds and crocodiles, because birds are pretty much dinosaurs. They're just avian dinosaurs, flying dinosaurs, basically. And then you actually have crocodiles, which share a distant cousin or a distant relative to dinosaurs. And so they don't have lips, but lizards do. Lizards have lips, and so do snakes. And so they have lips is because they have teeth that don't grow back that much. They don't grow back that much. Monitor lizards, though, they can grow new teeth. It's just that I think they regrow new teeth, I think, like a few times. But monitor lizards are probably the better model, to say the least, for dinosaurs having lips. But then you actually have paleontologists that say, well, if they would have had lips, then they wouldn't have been able to have the ability to replace their teeth, because like iguanas, like if they lose a tooth, they're not going to grow a new one that much at all, unless if there's like a paper out there that I don't know about that iguanas can grow new teeth when they lose one. But yeah, I mean, like it's a highly controversial topic, but I'm wide open on this one. Like, I know there's a lot of artist illustrations out there of dinosaurs having lips a lot more now. Prehistoric Planet's got lips on theropod dinosaurs. I mean, like, the list goes on and on and on. It seems like it's becoming the new thing all of a sudden, but it's still highly debatable. I would probably I'm just kind of like 50-50 on this one. Like, I don't mind the lips, but of course I do kind of feel like that, like, how on earth would they have lips if they are able to grow new teeth? Because that's going to be the one thing that's going to probably be something that I think those paleontologists are going to have to answer, is why would they have lips if they can replace their teeth? That is a big, big question right there. So I'm wide open on this one, so I'm kind of straight in the middle on this one. Brendan, do you think that the Jurassic Park film franchise would continue in the future? Well, I mean, the writers of Jurassic World have said that they have like stories that they have a bunch of stories that they're working on, but I don't trust the Jurassic World writers because, first and foremost, I think they don't know anything about the lore of Jurassic Park or the Jurassic franchise as a whole. Because when you look at the Jurassic World trilogy compared to the Jurassic Park trilogy kind of almost looks like it's actually better than the Jurassic World trilogy, because of, first and foremost, I think the Jurassic World franchise is just the Jurassic World trilogy is too much of a monster movie franchise, in my opinion, whereas compared to Jurassic Park trilogy, it was making the dinosaurs look like actual animals, instead of just like these monsters. I think the writers just looked at dinosaurs as monsters, and they didn't even bother to go like, oh yeah, they were actual animals. I just didn't know that too much about them. I don't know too much about them, so I'm just going to write them as monsters. Like, that's not how you're supposed to write a dinosaur movie. That's not how you're supposed to write a dinosaur movie in the franchise, mostly. But we'll see. I hope that the franchise goes into a more of a darker direction, because I think that's what the franchise needs to go. Because being all like kiddie friendly because of Dominion, that's not going to help. That is not going to help, because otherwise it's just kind of making the fan base kind of pretty split. I think the fan base is already kind of split because of Dominion. Dominion, it kind of split the fan base apart. And so I probably would say is that there is a possibility that it can continue. I think it can. It's just that it needs better writing, in my opinion. All right, Jody, do you ever watch David Attenborough's Lost Worlds, Vanished Lives? I have looked this up. I have not seen this. This show came out in 1989, and I think there's only 4 episodes of this show. I think I can check it out like online, but I have never seen it. I heard it's actually not too bad, but I'm pretty sure some of the things that have been said on this show are a little bit dated. So I probably say I'll give it a watch when I can. And so yeah, I'll probably give it a chance when I do have that shot. And then Benjamin, is Oviraptor a nest raider? Not necessarily. You can thank Roy Chapman Andrews for mistakenly thinking that the first specimen of Oviraptor was raiding a nest, when in actuality it was actually protecting its eggs. It was brooding its nest, because those eggs that it was kind of on top of were Oviraptor eggs, because they looked at the embryos inside of those eggs, and they were Oviraptor embryos. And so, could Oviraptors raid nests? I mean, it's a possibility. I mean, if they need protein in their diet, I mean, like I can probably see it do it. See it doing it. I could probably see it doing it, but from what it looks like, that Oviraptors are more herbivores than carnivores, but they probably did have a little bit of an omnivorous diet. But I would say they probably raid a nest very rarely. Is Eurhinosaurus the most bizarre of ichthyosaurs? I looked this up. it is a strange ichthyosaur. It has the body type of a typical ichthyosaur, it looks like a dolphin, but it has that side-to-side swimming motion. But the weird thing is, it's got an elongated snout. The lower jaw is normal, but the snout is elongated, and it has some teeth that are kind of jutting out on the sides. So it almost looks like a marlin, swordfish, sailfish, or even like a sawfish. It almost looks like that. And so, yeah, I agree with you. It's actually kind of weird. It is a very weird ichthyosaur. Is Temnodontosaurus have the biggest eyes of all ichthyosaurs? Yes. And in fact, it has the largest eyes out of any vertebrate in Earth's history. That is amazing to know about that. That is actually pretty cool about that ichthyosaur. And who would win, Amargasaurus or Saltosaurus? So these two not Titanosaurs, these two sauropods, even though Saltosaurus is a Titanosaur, Amargasaurus from Argentina. These dinosaurs are both from Argentina, but they lived in separate kind of timelines in the Cretaceous. Amargasaurus was a bit earlier. Saltosaurus was a little bit more in the late Cretaceous period. Amargasaurus, I believe, was from 100, I think like 110 to 100, or I think 110 to 95 million years ago, where Saltosaurus is like 85 to 70 million to 75 million years ago. And so they're quite different in terms of timelines. But Amargasaurus has got these really long, like spiny, things coming from its neck, where Saltosaurus, it's got like bony scoots on its back. And so I would say Saltosaurus on this one, because Saltosaurus is a bit more sturdier, and also I think it's larger than Amargasaurus, because Amargasaurus, it can't use those like spikes on its neck to defend itself. It can't do that because those are display structures, because they're part of the skeleton. They are part of the neck vertebrae. And so if they try to use them for defense, it's not going to work against some of the sauropod. They probably use them for display purposes, whereas Saltosaurus has that armor on that back, and so I probably would say is that Saltosaurus has got this one. I think it's heavier, it's larger, and of course Amargasaurus is a bit more on the medium size of the sauropod family group. All right, that's it for now. Next week will be a special episode. I'll let you guys know what kind of prehistoric animal I'm going to talk about, so stay tuned for that. And you can still send me questions about dinosaurs and other prehistoric life by emailing me at dinocris71@gmail.com. Or just go to my Facebook page, Prehistoric Facts with Dino Chris. Like the page, you actually post your questions in the comment section. Please put them in the comment section. Don't put them on Messenger. Messages for private conversations. So please put your questions in the comment section. And for you YouTubers out there, like the video, subscribe to the channel. According to my analytics, a lot of you guys are checking out my channel and not subscribed yet. So please feel free to hit that subscribe button, and also hit that like button. The more likes, the better. The way the YouTube algorithm works is that the more likes the videos get, the more likely it gets spread out to people that are interested in dinosaurs, prehistoric life, paleontology, geology in general, and that way can get some more subscribers. And also hit that notification bell, so that way you can get weekly notifications of every video that comes out weekly. And also for YouTubers out there, feel free to leave your questions in the comment section, because I do read them all. Your questions do mean a lot on the Q&A episodes. All of you that are sending me questions via email, Facebook, and YouTube, you guys are awesome and giving me some great questions. Your questions mean a lot in these Q&A episodes, so keep up the great work, and also make sure you keep your questions short and to the point. You can also follow me on Instagram at dino.chris.pf. I post pretty cool stuff on there. I'm on Threads now, and it's going to be the same thing, dino.chris.pf. That is my Threads account as well. So please check out the Threads account if you will, because I will be posting some of the links of my videos on there now instead of Twitter. I'm getting off Twitter, so that is pretty much what it is. And also make sure you take care of people around you, and also for younger people out there, to make sure you listen to your parents, your teachers, and your guardians. It's the best motivation to have for a good education. It's very important to have a good education. So with a good education, get a good job in the future. And so less than 3 weeks, I will be having my library event on August 22nd. And that's from 1 to 2 p.m. Central Time in Wausau, Wisconsin at the Marathon County Library. We'll be talking about Tyrannosaurus Rex. And so if you're interested in coming on down to the Marathon County Library in the Wausau, Wisconsin area and want to learn about T-Rex, feel free to come on down and learn about T-Rex, because T-Rex is my all-time favorite dinosaur. Many of you know that. And you get to learn some really cool stuff about T-Rex. Like maybe there's some stuff that you had no idea about T-Rex. Like if you actually get to come to this event on August 22nd. So if you can make it there, that'd be great. And yeah, so it's August 22nd, 1 to 2 p.m. Central Time. So if you can make it there, that'd be great. And also come on by and say hello. We'll have some pretty cool stuff for that event. So some actual fossils of T-Rex and even some really cool replicas. So stay tuned for that if you can make it. And that's it for now. And I'll see you guys next time.